A Grammy-winning jazz pianist and composer is now at Michigan State University mentoring music students and performing for the public. Tomorrow, he'll be in Detroit to put on a very special show. But right now, Geoffrey Keezer is getting ready to play with MSU Jazz Orchestra tonight at 8 at the MSU Auditorium. And then tomorrow, he will be in Detroit. And we are very fortunate to have Geoffrey joining us right now on Zoom. First off, Geoffrey, welcome to Michigan.
Thank you.
Now, what I love, not only do we get to hear you perform, but you're also mentoring students. So can you tell us about this Jazz Artist Residence Program?
Yeah, the director of the program, Rodney Whitaker, and the piano instructor, Xavier Davis, invited me out here this week to work with the ensembles and the pianists. I'm a pianist myself, so I'm going to be working with the pianist this afternoon. Yesterday, we took the whole band on a tour bus, and we went out to Byron Center in Grand Rapids, and we played with high school jazz bands out there. So we've been doing a bit of individual mentoring and also the MSU students working with the younger students as well. So it's been great.
I love that. And you will be performing with some of those students tonight, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Tonight we're at the Fairchild Auditorium, Fairchild Theater at MSU in East Lansing, and tomorrow we'll be at the Carr Center in Detroit.
I love it. So how are they? How are the students there?
Wonderful. They're super into it. They really are expressing their individuality and humanity through this beautiful shared vocabulary, musical language that we call jazz, and it's really wonderful to see.
So will it be the same set of students performing tonight that you'll be with at the Carr Center tomorrow?
Yeah, that's right. There's actually 3 jazz ensembles at MSU. So tonight in the Fairchild, we're going to be all 3 of them are performing, and I'll be guesting with all of them. And tomorrow it's the top jazz ensemble performing with me as a guest. So.
Perfect. So we know you have had a long and amazing career in jazz, touring all over the world for the years with very well-known artists, and you took home a Grammy this year for Best Instrumental Composition. So congratulations to you. But I have to ask you, what has been the highlight of your career so far?
There's been quite a few. I would say getting to play with most, if not all, of my heroes that I listened to and studied growing up. Eventually, I got to perform with them and play with them, interact. And, really these kinds of things where I get to come out and work with the next generation, it's really meaningful to me because I myself am a product of music education and outreach. My parents were both music teachers. When I was in high school learning to play this music, we had artists coming from New York and LA and all over the place to work with us, and it made a real impact. So it's nice to be able to kind of pay it forward in that way now.
I love that. So who are some of the artists that you've been able to tour with?
The first big one was Art Blakey, the band called Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. I worked with Wayne Shorter Quartet, with Ray Brown Trio. If you're a jazz fan, these names will be familiar to you. Roy Hargrove. Quite a few, but it's been a great ride.
Oh, trust me, Detroit is a jazz city, so there are going to be a lot of people who know exactly who you're talking about. So, Geoffrey, thank you so much for being here. And again, if you would like to see him perform in Detroit, you can check him out tomorrow at 7:30. He will be at the Carr Center with MSU's Jazz Orchestra at 1. It is located at 15 East Kirby in Detroit. That's just off of Woodward, a few blocks north of East Warren. And tickets are available at the door. Geoffrey, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.